Do you know how to run DeepSeek R1 locally with Ollama and how DeepSeek R1 works in comparison with Google Gemini Pro? So in this video, I'm explaining you all of this. Hi guys, welcome to FreeBirdsView, and in this video, we're building a project using DeepSeek R1 and test the capabilities of it along with compare it with Google Gemini Pro. As you see this project overview here, we are building a full Streamlit application that runs two LLMs in parallel. So let's get started and build this app. So first thing, what is DeepSeek R1? So DeepSeek R1 is derived large language model from DeepSeek V3 that is a foundational model that is trained using reinforcement learning and supervised fine-tuning and use the chain of thought process using the GRPO trainer as well. If you want to know how DeepSeek R1 works, you can check out the video in the I button. And this model, the DeepSeek R1, is particularly effective in scenarios of the logical reasoning and problem solving. For example, if I say, if all humans are model and Socrates is a human, then what would we conclude about the Socrates? So the answer it would provide is Socrates is model. And same here, we talk about the Google Gemini Pro 1.5. So Google Gemini Pro is a multimodal AI that can understand the text, images, audios, and videos because it uses mixture of expert architecture to provide the personalized answer for your prompt. If you want to know about the mixture of architectures, you can check out the video in the I button here. Retrieve the specific information about the massive datasets, ensuring the accurate and the relevant responses, and provide you the in-depth analysis by information extraction as well. Okay. For example, if I just say all dogs are mammals and Fido is a dog, so that would say all mammals have lungs, therefore Fido have lungs as well. That's how it can be very useful in the logical reasoning task as well. So that's all about these two kind of large language models that we're gonna use in this video and to build our app and check their capabilities by comparison as well. Okay. So very first thing, we need to load the DeepSeek R1 locally using the Ollama. So first we go to the Ollama website and select the suitable model that is required for our task. And here I am selecting the 1.5 billion parameter model. Just run this side command to access the DeepSeek R1 locally. But if you don't have Ollama in your system, just go to this GitHub link of the Ollama and download the suitable installer for your system as well. As I have Mac, so I have downloaded the Mac installer here. Okay. So now just copy this command and paste it into the terminal and model starts downloading. And after some time, it completes the loading and runs successfully. So as you just see here, it is running successfully now. Let's ask some questions. So first I asked hello and it provided the answer. And then let's ask about do you know about Python programming as well? And it starts answering it as well. And as you see, it is answering very good as well. So now let's call this DeepSeek R1 model using Python code and see how it works. Okay. I just see my code here that we have the DeepSeek R1 running here in the Ollama sector. And then we have this VS Code notebook where we have to call this Ollama from our local host and trying to answer some questions there as well. So first thing is we need to get the chat Ollama function from the LangChain Ollama. And these are the like string output parsers that how our output should look like as well. And these are the input templates as well. Okay, the very first thing I just build this LLM engine that use my model, my base URL that is my local host, and then temperature for setting the randomness of the LLM responses as well. The more you set, the more randomness or more creativeness will be there, and the more less you set should be more generic and more on the point as well. Okay, and then we have this system prompt that can be set it as an expert of our AI coding assistant as well, and then we generate the response. For that, we just try to pass a chat prompt template here, and then from the message we pass our first system prompt there, and then we pass our query there. That query is this. Okay, and after accessing our this system prompt and our query as well, it just run this kind of a whole pipeline that has the large language model engine along with the string output parser as well. Okay, and then it just generates the answer. So here I just pass that. How do I reverse a string in Python? So it generates the response. The first thing it do the thinking process. So that's a very great thing about the DeepSeek R1. It first make a logical plan. Inside of it is thinking tags, and then it tries to generate the answer. So as you just see here, it's just starting to think in every way possible that how a string can be reversed as well, in the form of examples and everything as well, in the form of numbers, in the form of string as well. Okay, everything is done, and then at the end it will generate the code outside of its think tags as well. As you see there, that's the code right here as well. Okay, so that's how it generate our responses by using the DeepSeek R1 in the Ollama as well. Okay, now so here is our Google Gemini Pro model. I just load all the necessary libraries here. Okay, we use this library chat Google Generative AI to load our model and do our things as well. Okay, the very first thing I need to get the model, that is chat this model and then ask my model what is the model Gemini Pro and set the temperature as well. And then I just have to pass my simple user query here and it will generate the response for me. Okay, I ask the same question here, that how do I reverse a string, and it directly give me the response here as well. Okay, it give me the response by using the string indexing, by using the reverse function, and by using the loop as well, and by using the recursion here as well. So it give me multiple ways to do this kind of a question. So that's a very great thing about Gemini Pro as compared to the DeepSeek R1, which only generate one single response as well to reverse a string. Okay, I hope you guys completely understand that how to run the DeepSeek R1 model and the Google Gemini Pro model as well. Now let's try to build a Streamlit application that will help us to run these two models in the Streamlit UI as well. Okay, so we just need to just copy paste those two codes which we just discussed in our this Jupyter notebook here and pass it to this Streamlit app. So I just paste out the same codes. These are the same code that I passed. That is my DeepSeek code and that is my Google Gemini Pro code as well. Then I just has to set up the my Streamlit application. I first had to paste the title and adding some styling down there. Okay, and then set my sidebar as well and all those kind of things as well. And I pass these two models, the DeepSeek R1 and the Google Gemini Pro. So whenever I click on the submit button, it should go to the model selection, that what model I select, and generate the response of that particular model as well. So that's a very simple app that we use here. But we can also try to build a RAG based application as well based on the simple code. Though let me just first show you that how this application will work without the RAG as well. Okay, so let's just run this code. We have this Streamlit run DeepSeek and DeepSeek Gemini. DeepSeek Gemini .py, DeepSeek versus Gemini.py versus Gen. Okay, just run this code here. It starts to get run, and so as you see here that this is our Streamlit application. It has the feature of DeepSeek R1 and Google Gemini Pro. We have to select the model and ask the question. So let's just ask question of some other coding question here. Okay, so let's ask a question that how to check if number is even or odd. Okay, just submit the answer. Okay, now it's starting running, and use the DeepSeek R1 model because that model is I selected there as well. Okay, so as you see here, we ask the question that how to check if a number is even or odd, and DeepSeek R1 Pro totally give us this kind of a code with all the reasonings that it can do, and at the end we have this code as well. Okay, and this code is completely correct because that's how you can get a number is odd or even. Now let's ask the same question to the Google Gemini Pro. Okay, so here we get the response. It first give me the answer using the modulus operator, and then it give me the answer using the bitwise and then using the strings as well. And okay, that's by using the strings as well, and that's a very great response here as well, that it just tries to use the string and check the last character. If it is in this number, it is even and else odd. That's a very unique approach there, and then it uses the recursion there as well. That's how it gets the response. So as you see there, the DeepSeek R1 just respond with only one answer, and the Google Gemini Pro will give us the multiple answer with some creative approaches as well. Let's just go with the RAG part, that how we can add the external databases to these two kind of large language model and see how it works. Okay, the first thing, we just need to load all the necessary libraries we have, and for the generative AI we need to use the FAISS index here, that is a vector store, and then we use the load QA chain, and that can be very necessary for our Google Gemini Pro model. And we use the Google generative AI embeddings as well, that can be able to embed our input or the RAG text as well. Okay, so we just pass the same code that we need, that we just use the chat Ollama, and we just use it as a kind of a conversational chain. So for that, we just first build a prompt, a template here, and we are trying to build a kind of a anime question answering system here. Okay, so first I just pass out the anime name here and then provide it with the context, and I try to get the question and get the answer here as well. The first I pass the my Gemini Pro model along with the prompt template and make it into the QA chain, that by using this prompt and this context it will provide me the answer. And then on the same way, we are trying to build a DeepSeek response as well. For that, we use our vector store, that we just have this FAISS vector store as well. And it will search for all the relevant docs based on the our prompt as well. And on those kind of prompts is try to make a complete prompt chain here that we can try to build there with our context and with our query as well. And then based on that, it will provide us the answers as well. Okay, so now the very first thing, that how to get generate the Google Gemini response here, we just get this kind of a function that get conversational chain and pass our anime name. I already passed the solo leveling as well. I have all the data ready with me in this anime dataset here of its each episode as well. Okay, and on the part of that, it just give us the response here on the part of the relevant docs. And then how to build the FAISS index. So for that, I just pass this path of this whole 14 episodes into this, and then it will generate a vector store for me. The first thing it will get the each of this document and make it into the document format. That document format is very necessary to build the RAG vector store. Okay, but then we can pass this all the documents that are already in the document format into our vector store by using the recursive character splitting that is used for the chunking. And then we use the Google generative AI embeddings and pass all our embeddings into the vector store and build a vector store here as well. Okay, so that vector store is used to find the relevant kind of docs as per our query here as well. Okay, so we do the same thing. We just try to build our Streamlit app application. Okay, and then set its styling as well. And this code is completely same with our past app. We just try to build a new app here. Let's try to add a thing that is called anime bot. Okay, and then we just try to ask the questions. If I just ask a question about the DeepSeek R1, you just try to generate the response by loading the vector store first and then generating the responses. If we just select the Google Gemini Pro, then it generate the response as per that. So let's just run this app and see how it works. Okay, just stop our first app and then use the Streamlit run DeepSeek Google RAG.py. Okay, it's starting to run there. Okay, so I just see here that it is our app is right down here. Okay, we have this app and we have to ask the question about our anime. Okay, so okay, we have these 4 questions. These 4 questions are basically the fan theories about the solo leveling here. Just ask about one question here, that let's try to go with this question. And you see that the solo leveling is currently the trend in anime, and it is asked the question that it is possible that the double dungeon was designed to trap especially for Jinwo, foreshadowing his connection with the system or higher entities. Let's ask this question and see how it will think about this question as well. We use the DeepSeek R1 here. Click on the submit button and starting generating the answer. First it load our VectorDB. So okay, the answer is here, that we have the think tag first, that where it just get the context and tries to think like what are the things that can be done, and at the end it will generate the response that based on the context there is no evidence. Okay, and blah blah blah. So the actual answer is this. Okay, because that is answer is also true as well, because if we just watch the anime as well, there is no clear evidence that why there is a double dungeon and why the system wants Jinwo to be a player. Okay, that's the very good answer there as well. Now let's ask the same question to the Gemini Pro here. Okay, just click on the submit button. VectorDB is loaded here as well. Okay, so that also the same kind of answer here as well, that is provided by the Gemini Pro, that it does not explicitly mention but it speculate there as well. Okay, it speculate there that there may be a test way to introduce Geno to the system and its power. So that shows that uh, how the DeepSeek will work and how the Gemini Pro will work, because the Gemini Pro will give you the answers in a more reliable way and in a more like different creative ways as well. But the DeepSeek R1 will give you just the on the point answers as well. Okay, so that's the complete difference between the DeepSeek R1 and along with the Gemini Pro with RAG and without RAG as well. So we show you both the apps. Okay, and in our next playlist, we start with the AI agents, and in that playlist, I will explain you all about the AI agents, that how they work, how to build them from scratch, and what are the different use cases in the different domain as well. So just be with it. If you want to learn about the machine learning, deep learning, or generative AI, you can watch my videos on YouTube and also read my blogs on Medium. We'll meet in our next video. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.